Guys, they said Olori TikTok cried her eyes out over Oni's response to her as she complained about Christiana and the Ikoyi mansion. Hey, you see, in this life, try to always say something and stand by it, because when you say another thing and do another thing, a lot of people will judge you for it. They will hold you by your word. According to the information we are gathering, or we gathered, they said Olori TikTok called Kabiesi to let Kabiesi know what happened in Ikoyi mansion. They said when Kabiesi returned back from Puerto Rico, the wife noticed that there was kind of spiritual cleansing that was carried out on Kabiesi, and kind of power field, as in Kabiesi came back with a lot of power that can destroy all these beads and jars. So they said almost all the wives, did I say almost? They said all of them left the palace. That none of them came out to welcome Kabiesi that day. As a matter of fact, they were not in the palace. They left the palace because of the fear of the unknown. Someone like Olori TikTok, they said she carried her children to Ikoyi mansion. You know the Ikoyi mansion, the place that Kabiesi got for her while she was pregnant, where she stayed to nurture the children until it got to the point that they were welcomed back into the palace. So that Ikoyi mansion, remember that after Kabiesi welcomed her back into the palace, there was a time we heard that Kabiesi said she wasn't going to be staying in the palace, that she would go back to that Ikoyi mansion and stay there to nurture her children. Especially during that period that they are always complaining that there is this spiritual manipulations in the palace, that they are experiencing sleep paralysis, attack here and there, and all of that. So the Kabiyesi said she was going back to that Ikoyi mansion to stay there and raise her children. And they said initially Kabiyesi bought that house in her name. But when Kabiyesi ordered her to go back there, she said over her quiet body that she is going to stay in the palace. That she cannot leave the palace for Queen Naomi, because according to her, she was thinking that leaving the palace means that Queen Naomi will come and dominate and all of that. So she said she's not going back to that Ikoyi mansion. And the information have it that Kabiyesi changed the ownership of that mansion to himself, because Kabiyesi was the one who bought the house. So that day that they left the palace because of the fear of what Kabiyesi was coming back with, on getting to that place, that Ikoyi mansion, she found out that there is someone occupying that place. Meanwhile, when she left there, no one was occupying there. So when she pushed further, she found out that a man came out telling her that her madam is upstairs. And when she ordered them to call their madam, unfortunately, their madam happens to be Christiana Adewale, her bestie, as in Olori TikTok bestie, who was staying in that same house with her while she was there nurturing the children, you know. So, but unfortunately, they said Christiana was so mean to her because Christiana gave an order that they shouldn't allow her in. And when this thing was happening, I think it was getting late already. Christiana did not even think about the twins that she came with, because they said she came with the twins and two maidens. Christiana did not even think about that. That is to tell you or show you how mean some of these people can be. That is if this information is true. So they said she felt so bad. I mean, Olori TikTok. How could someone that calls herself bestie do this to her best? Meanwhile, before now, we have been hearing that Olori TikTok have been fighting this her bestie. When she find out that the bestie is having something with Kabiyesi, even to the point that there was a time we are hearing that marriage might happen anytime between Kabiyesi and the bestie. So when Oletik find out that bestie is the one in charge of her house and have given order that she shouldn't be allowed inside, they said she got devastated. Maybe she find her way out of that place that night. The next day, they say Oletik called Kabiyesi telling Kabiyesi what is happening or what happened in that Ikoyi mansion. Kabiyesi was like, what are you going there to do? You said it with your mouth that over your quiet body will you go there and live. So what are you going there? By the way, what is pursuing you from the palace? The Kabiyesi asked her, what is pursuing you from the palace? Did you tell me that you'll be traveling to Ikoyi? Why are you running away from the palace? That is what the Kabiyesi asked her. She said she wasn't running, that the pressure was much on her, and she decided to go and cool off in that Ikoyi mansion. And the Kabiyesi told her that the house does not belong to you. It's not your own any longer. And from the look of things, they said this bestie self is always in the palace, but she have a program in Lagos. She have something that she needed to do because she is a serious businesswoman on her own. Oh. They said this lady have gave Kabiyesi some connections based on this shoe field, because she used to buy shoes and bags from Turkeys, and that's the business she's into. So she have some goods to go and clear in Lagos and some other things to attend to in Lagos. And the Kabiyesi gave her the keys to that Ikoyi mansion so that she will be staying there until she is done with what she went there to do. So that is how she had access to that house. So when Olori TikTok called Kabiyesi, they said the way Kabiyesi sounded, she became disappointed because, first of all, Kabiyesi asked her, what is pursuing you from the palace? Secondly, what did you go there to do? Is it not the same you that said over your quiet body will you go to that place? Eh? That you are not going to leave the palace for Queen Naomi. Queen Naomi is not in the palace, so go and occupy the palace so that nobody will insult you. They said she cried. Kabiyesi told her that you just want to go and make troubles. But it's unfortunate that the person you are going to make troubles with is your type. So she's going to give it to you the way you wanted it. They say she cried. She told Kabiyesi that she never knew that a day like this will come when Kabiyesi will support a total stranger over her. When I hear this, I was like, if Kabiyesi can bring you in, and Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo is outside the palace, you're not assured though. Let me tell you. A day will come when Kabiyesi will even tell you that the palace is not conducive for you and your children again. It's possible. Yes, now. From the way things are going. That is if this information is true. Because one thing I will never forget to tell you is that these are all alleged rumors, speculated information making rounds on social media. So they said she was devastated. She cried. But whether she cried or not, now the same cup then they use for Queen Naomi, now Christiana and the rest are using for them. So it's not a crime, it's not a big deal. They said she cried. After crying, maybe she will return back to the palace, or maybe she will find her way out, because they said they even have family house in Lagos. Maybe she will go there and stay with the children. That is what we are hearing. No, don't forget that these are all alleged rumors, speculated information making rounds on social media. They are not for standard information. Always bear that in mind, okay? Thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.